Last time on Hunter's Haven, trick or treat, fight or flee.
You are going to see just a dilapidated old, what would probably be considered now a living room. And what you see with your mixed success is going to be footprints going up the stairs. Maya, you see a book. It looks like almost like a scrapbook. So in this scrapbook, as you go through it, you're gonna find like clippings from a newspaper of scary things that have been happening in the community. All of them are centered around this house, the McGovern house. You find some information, about who Mr. McGovern was. He was a famous, philanthropist in the community. Well known for loving the holidays and loving, doing nice things for the children around the community until he dies in tragic circumstances. A sharp breeze blows in through and opens the door to whatever this room is further into the house. And slams it shut. It's kind of that wind effect of slam.
Once again, these modern day animatronics doing wonders. Follow my light.
He just leads the way into the room with his sword and shield in front of him.
Because you're leading the way with your, sword of
the spirit.
Sword of the spirit.
And the shield of faith.
And the shield of faith. Something flies at you out of the air, and you hear that shrieking noise you heard, but it's a lot louder this time.
Oh, gosh.
And you see this just glowing, ghostly thing flying at you.
It hits you.
It hits you square in the face. And
so I will use my oops ability.
You're literally going to trip and fall, and you're gonna land face to face with a teddy bear.
She starts to examine it.
All you notice on the bottom is the name Rosie. All of a sudden, you hear the windows start rattling and a scream.
Someone's in danger!
I run into the room.
All right, you find yourself in a child's playroom.
Maya, where's Ella? Oh, she's gone again. Ella!
I start walking out of the room.
Whoa, wait for me.
I guess I'll follow you.
Okay. So you rolled a 9?
Yes, a 9.
Okay, in this room, you see this is what appears to be a child's bedroom, right? They have the playroom and then they have a bedroom, as one does in this time. So you can infer that maybe there's just the one kid, the one girl that you saw. You see a ladder going up. Probably you could presume to the attic, the same as the other one would be. This appears to be, again, relatively recently opened. There's dust has been kind of disturbed. You could infer that those footprints coming upstairs have come into this room. Other than that, nothing notable. There's a bed. There's no pictures. There's nothing that you would consider to be of note.
Well, that's peculiar.
So your question here is really no question. You have one place to go. You need to find a key, and you see a place to narratively keep going up.
Nowhere to go but up. Let's do it. Going up the ladder.
All right, who's taking the lead?
Ella!
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I peeked my head into the door.
Yeah, I'm going up this ladder.
Oh, great idea. The only way to find knowledge is up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? What'd I say? Just the truth.
So are you all going up the ladder?
I don't want to go last.
I will go last.
Okay, that's
I got
perfect.
you.
Well, Ella, you're already there. Lead the way.
Yeah,
I also don't want to go
yeah,
first, just to clarify.
I've been here. Yeah, where have you guys been?
We were trying to find the way up the trap door, but it looks like you found another way up. This is perfect.
Okay. Ella's already up there. When you get up there, it's your standard old style house. Like you guys can all. I mean, you're kids, right? You're not full grown. Probably below 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably relatively okay. I don't think any of you really have to duck. None of you are wearing costumes that are. You probably need to make sure you don't get snagged on stuff.
Yeah.
Just like the crowd. Probably freaks you out a little bit. So you don't want to get stuck. You see some boxes in front of you that again appear to have been walked up towards. Like you see some dust that's been disturbed. What do you want to do?
Well, let's try those boxes. Yep. I'll shine my light towards them.
And
I see Ella going to open them.
Point my Nerf gun in that direction, just in case something pops out.
All right, so I'm assuming you want to investigate. Who wants to roll the investigate? I mean, you're in the front, so I assume this would kind of be taking your lead.
Huzzah! 9.
Okay, hey, with a 9, you are going to find at the bottom of this box, you find what appears to be a diary. Sorry, I gotta make sure
Oh,
there.
dang it. I could have saved that bit for the diary.
A diary in the attic.
But a
Um,
diary in the third person. I don't know if that would have made sense.
As you are looking at it, as you're reaching in, you're like half in this box. This isn't even a box. This is like an old trunk almost, like one of those old like toy trunks. You and I'm assuming everyone else is kind of gathering around you because you said, "Hey, look what I found."
Mhm.
You are going to, there's the only light is the lightsaber and your light. Behind you, you hear the step ladder push up and latch it.
The one we just came up.
The one you just came up.
I spin around and I point my Nerf gun over there. I'm like, what was that? What was that?
Well, you can't see anything. There's no light over there.
I know. That's why. What was that? What was that?
Oh, that's not good. Oh, by the way, I
What's
did
in the
see.
chest? What's in the trunk?
Just so you know, there was like a picture of a guy
Oh, let me take a look.
and his. I guess I hand him the picture.
Oh, look at that.
And by the
Modern
way-
day American Gothic.
And the little girl in that picture, I don't know, but I think I saw her.
What?
I think her name's Rosie, or maybe this bear's name is Rosie.
Oh!
But I think I don't think it was a ghost, but she did kind of face
This
through
place
a
is
wall.
staffed.
It could have been.
Fade through.
It could have been the old mirror trick.
I didn't know they had employees working this haunted
mirror
house.
trick.
The mirror trick. Can you describe the mirror trick that you made?
It was even in an episode of the Magic School Bus
Oh,
where
they're gonna say Scooby Doo.
God, I can't remember what it was, but you shine a light on someone on a mirror that bounces to another mirror, and it basically makes someone look like they're a ghost.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because of the light and the reflection.
I can't.
It's fine. We believe you.
I trust you. So you found a
gonna
book.
kill me.
Who's gonna read into the book?
like to read
Pepper's ghost.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
Whatever.
Okay, well,
Well,
both
then
of you
do
guys are
it.
into this thing. So,
Yeah,
like,
we
I'm
both
assuming you
read
guys
it.
are going to get into it. I'm going to let both of you guys roll whatever
Harmonize.
you want to roll.
So
They just take the book out of my hands.
Yeah.
And the candle.
And the couch.
So I have an ability that's lore library, and it says when you hit the books, take +1 forward to investigate the mystery. It's part of my haven, but I'm guessing that because we're not in a situation. Yeah.
So roll for it, roll for, prior knowledge, basically. Basically, you're trying to say, what am I going to get out of this?
Right.
Like,
And this
what-
is sharp, right?
Yeah, you'll have to remind me what it says on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything out
I was
of
gonna
that.
say 3, 4, 5.
You actually
6.
dropped the book.
Oof, I was close. Oops, sorry.
You have plus,
I have a +2 in sharp.
then 5.
Yeah, total 5.
Yeah.
2, 3,
So, yeah.
5. Well, technically 6 because I'd get the +1 from lore library, but I digress.
So
It's
James,
still under.
you kind of lost the plot on this one.
Yeah.
You dropped the book. I'm assuming Maya is a little bit annoyed. Just let me do my thing. I already found the other book.
Right.
I already found the scrapbook. So, using what you already know from the scrapbook, I'm gonna give you. Let's call it advantage. This isn't usually a thing you do, but you already have a prior knowledge of some of the things this family is probably gonna talk about. So, if you want to skim this book to see if you can find any information that would tell you what it is and maybe connect some dots for you, you can do that. So, roll 2 dice twice and take the higher of the 2. But roll them twice. Roll twice. What do you get?
4.
Roll again.
12.
Okay, so you're probably gonna keep your 12.
Yes.
So on your just hitting it big, you realize this is a diary of the little girl. This is Rosie's diary. You were right. Rosie is the name. That is the name of the girl, not of the doll.
She'll just say, it's Rosie's diary. I'll chime in from the side. That's the name on the bear.
So I'm gonna give you
Not
that
so
one.
loud, Ella. Jeez.
I'm going to give you that one for free. There's a dot you can connect. Toy belongs to Rosie. So in this, you're going to find a little bit of information about the little girl. Rosie's father was the McGovern that owned the house. He was in charge of putting on the Halloween festival for the town, back in the before use. He was again famous for philanthropy and the cheer and love of the holidays and a little bit of mischief and lighthearted scaring of children. He was just that guy. He's that guy in the town, right? Well respected, well loved. Never made someone do a trick. It was always treats. That kind of guy. Then he died while putting and again, this is back in the 50s. Probably the earlier first generation of let's decorate for this holiday. The war is over. We don't have to be scared.
Right.
And, he was well known as being the first person to decorate and do a haunted house. And that, they would haunt the little area around their house, and it was well known for being spooky. And he actually died in that process. That was it. So as you read this, you realize pretty quickly that Halloween's what killed him, if you want to think about it that way. Right? This man was a victim of, and you can tell from the little girl that there was definitely some resentment of that. Right? She went from being, a couple entries of Halloween's coming, it's my favorite holiday, to I will never celebrate this holiday again. This holiday took the most. Maybe she didn't like her mom much. Maybe her mom was a little more severe and against the ridiculousness of the holiday. So, making those connections here, you found out that the daughter resents the holiday. You found out that the daughter is Rosie. You found out that the holiday isn't really popular in this family anymore after old man McGovern died. So you now are upstairs in the attic. In that trunk, you have found a diary. Inside of the diary is a bookmark for that page. The section you found on the family history is this key. You have found the key. You have what you assume would be the ability to go into that room.
If we could get out of
If you now have to find your way out of it. So you are a bunch of young, intrepid sleuths. There is at least 2 exits from this room. One of them has been slammed behind you. But you also know there's another one somewhere that must open from the top because it doesn't open from the bottom.
No, I thought you were going to say, and then there's the window that just drops
and then you can throw
20 feet to the ground.
the most expensive
on the 3rd floor.
Hey, Ella, while they're reading that book, how about you try to find a way down? Do we want to go the way we came, or there's the alternate exit?
I can investigate the mystery, aka the room,
Yes.
to try and find.
You can't. I would say you might want to consider, while they're doing that, you may want to consider we kind of just did your connect the dots. I kind of gave that to you without you asking for it. I think one of you will have a move that will kind of help you with this, if I recall. I would look through your sheets really quick and let's see if we can't give you your quote unquote special moment.
Oh, can I use panic button?
Yeah, for the crowd at home, read that to us.
When you need to escape, name the route you'll try and roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, you're out of danger, no problem. On 7 to 9, you can go or stay, but if you go, it's going to cost you. You leave something behind or something comes with you. On a miss, you are caught halfway out.
You know what? I'm going to have fun with this no matter
That
what
would
you
be
do.
fun.
All right,
So you tell me how you're breaking out. And consider this a partner thing. You get to use him as a prop if you want to.
I will go.
I am your light. My light's your way.
I will take Alex and just kind of, play into, he's the big brave man and I just have the light source and I just have the idea because he asked me for the idea. And we are going to look for that ladder thing together. And if we find it, my idea is to make Alex basically jump on it to try and dislodge the ladder.
He's wearing armor.
He's got armor.
Is that how you sell it to him?
Yeah. It's like, hey, Alex, I'm too scared to do it. Wait, no.
I'm gonna actually have you roll charm, and if you hit it, he'll do it without even worrying about it.
8.
That's your including your plus charm.
I have a 0 charm.
Yeah, so you have to convince him. You have to give him a really convincing reason why he's not gonna get hurt.
Alex,
and he has to be the one that tells you it's convincing.
You've got the chest plate. You've got the armor of God. You've got all this protection. You're the only one who can survive this fall if you fall.
What?
What?
Why don't I just climb down the ladder?
Well, yeah, but if it dislodges...
it's not real armor, right?
No, that's real armor.
All cheap plastic.
It's real armor.
It makes that cheap.
The armor of God is real.
Well, the armor I've got is real. Thank you, Maya. But we're talking about my costume. But I'm sure if you need me, to knock this down or something?
I start slamming my foot.
I gotta knock this down.
I have something that...
Ooh, snake eyes.
So you failed. You failed your...
Do I need to roll?
God, you just no. This is you. He rolled a charm to convince you.
Yeah.
The 8 was that was 8. So so he starts kicking, which is assuming that what he wants to do.
That was the panic button roll. On a miss, you are caught halfway out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that that's actually transitive properties to him because you got him to do it.
I guess, yeah.
Sure. So basically, what this means is you're, this is a ladder, like coming up, going down. You have gotten towards the middle ground of it, and you just start jumping, stomp, stomp, stomp. Well, it goes. Your feet are now caught in it. You go head first, swamp, and you are caught with your feet in the rungs, looking straight, going straight down, coming from here all the way down, upside down, swinging in. And I'm going to have you roll 3 dice. You are going to roll for let's call it read a bad situation. You can substitute for another roll if you have something you would do under duress. Roll 3, take your bottom 2. So you've rolled a 3 plus whatever your sharp is.
4.
So you have a 4. You don't see anything important.
Well, that's because I hit my head a little hard.
I am dangling upside down from this ladder. I'm like,
Ella, I appear to have found myself in a precarious situation right here. I need some assistance. Post haste. I have dropped my saber.
Oh crap! The light. Ella, grab one arm and I'll grab the other one. We'll pull him on out.
You can pull him up or you can push him.
Why
down.
don't we push him down? That way we're out of the attic.
Yeah, but let's. You take the ladder. He's gonna hurt himself.
Push me. How about,
He's got armor.
Let me just rearrange myself here,
and I start to try like turn my body so I can like kind of like earth crawl my way down the ladder. Instead of going down on my back, I can go down on my stomach.
That's gonna be a tough. It's roll plus tough.
That's exactly why I was saying.
6.
Hey, 6 plus what's your tough?
Nothing.
So like, yeah, you fall, but like to probably make it look kind of what your version of brave would look like.
What's my version of brave?
Whatever your version
is
of.
well, it's not brave. It's very clumsy. As I'm trying to turn, I dislodge my feet mid-turn, like trying to turn. Yep. But instead of me turning while keeping my hold, I lose my hold, and I immediately just go boom, 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 and I go down sideways. And I go down my side, and I think I like crash right into the wall.
Okay, take 2 harm.
Okay.
Is that your first time taking harm?
Nope, my second time.
So what are you at for harm?
3.
Wow, this is
okay. Yeah, if you get one more, you're on the road to
death. Oh, look, guys! I found my sword of spirit.
Yeah, in the family friendly version of this, you're at the point of not feeling very good.
I think I'm going to be out for concussion protocol. Guys, the way's clear.
Let's be honest. Your dad probably doesn't believe that's real.
This is the early 2000s. Concussions aren't a real thing.
Keep telling him.
You're down. Does everyone else follow?
Yep.
Well, since you guys can see it, obviously it's climbing the ladder.
Use the ladder appropriately, please, guys.
So you have a key. You have some information.
Oh, guys, look at that. My helmet is completely shattered.
Oh, dude, you broke your helmet?
Yeah, I think it actually saves the fall.
Hey,
this is why my parents told me to always wear your helmet when you go biking, I guess.
That probably is actually very accurate.
It's also why they're only meant for like one-time use.
Well, you know what? One time, one and done.
And I toss it onto the
Actually,
bed.
you know what? You're right, because you had the helmet. Take one of your harm away.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't even think about that. You had the helmet, which would have prevented half of that damage.
He was very adamant about keeping it on too.
Yeah, because I lost it earlier and I had to go find
So
it.
I apologize. I didn't even think about it. So again, you now have a key. You have one room left. You have a slightly less concussed.
I'm still a little woozy.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Did
we find the any way to get into that final room?
Yep, we have the key, don't we?
I didn't know that.
It was in the book.
Yeah, see, I kind
Who's got the key?
Everything.
I do, because I have the book.
Everything that happened in the attic, I forgot about. It's totally gone.
And one could ask a question if you guys even know about the book yet. Because the light went out. You two started stomping around. You guys found the book.
Right. Yeah, we found a diary.
Oh, in the attic.
Yeah. It's
Cool.
the diary of Jane.
Rosie.
Jane.
Sorry, I was trying to make. I don't even think that song
You
came
need to
out by
stop
that
making
point.
song jokes.
So you could probably infer, by the way, this is Rosie McGovern, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like,
What
I don't know
about?
if I said her last name, but the McGovern family.
Oh, what did her diary say?
Basically, she's Mr. McGovern's daughter.
Yeah, I got that.
He died trying to make a haunted house
Ooh.
around Halloween, so now she basically hates Halloween. That's just.
Or at least she did as a
Sounds-
child.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure.
Yeah, or at least when
Sounds
she was
like
a
my
child.
parents.
I'm pretty sure at the very end of it, it said, that I can live without you, but without you, I'll be miserable at best.
Modern poet.
That actually seems like it would fit about a little girl
Yes,
talking
it
about her dad.
Yeah.
That might be the first topical statement.
Mayday Parade is pretty good about making them sound like a girl with a dead dad.
We found ourselves a modern day poet.
All right, everybody, let's make sure that band finds this podcast and here's that plug to them, because I think
then they'll sue us. No.
I think Mayday Parade should put us on put that byline on their next CD. Our music sounds like you'd think after your dad died.
That's right.
Right. Who's gonna put in the key then?
I will.
Okay.
I'll be ready with my Nerf gun.
Okay, is there anything else you want to do while you do it? Is there any other special moves? Is there anything specific you want to do, or do you just want to open the door?
I prepare myself with a teddy bear.
My shield is up.
I have my gun at the ready for a precise strike, if that's necessary.
Okay. What do you do? Are you going to open it?
Open it.
Okay, you open the door, and immediately something comes flying at you. And this is not a little spirit. This
A
is
bat.
A big bat.
A big spirit?
This is what would it appear to be a full-sized, to you, gigantic person, because you're kids.
Yeah.
This is, it's a full sheet. Right? It's a big old ghost-looking thing in it. All you hear is, again, you have the same kind of ghostly light, and you hear, "Get out of my house!" and just screaming at again, being loud.
Yeah.
But this is full on, ghost shrieking. Thing flying adjacent to you, not flying into you, but flying like floating in front of you. Get out of here!
I hold up the gun and I say, I'll be your number one with a bullet, a loaded god complex cock-headed bullet, and I pull the trigger. That's another Fallout Boy.
So I'm gonna need you to roll kick some ass.
Yeah. You said tough?
Yeah.
Oof. That's just a raw 6.
And then what was your move?
So it's precise strike. When you inflict a harm on a monster, you can aim for a weak spot. Roll plus tough. On a 10+, you inflict 2 harm. On a 7 to 9, you inflict 1 harm. On a miss, you leave yourself open to the monster.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll again.
Okay.
Let's roll. Just roll for that specific. So that's gonna be 5. Plus.
Man,
anything?
my rolls have been terrible.
Okay, so you miss,
Yeah.
and as you miss, off to the side, again, doesn't even touch this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You slip, you like, ah! and you fall over, and you are on your back, looking up at this thing, billowing in the wind.
Oh my gosh.
Questioning there. What do the rest of you do? We have the sword of the Lord. We have, and then the two of you, I don't think have much martial, but
I have a teddy bear.
You have a teddy bear. And then I guess a big old heavy key, but that's probably in the door. Or you have the diary.
I'll walk in the door.
Okay, so between the three of you, who wants to go next?
Wait, I want to use my move often overlooked.
Okay.
So when this thing's coming out, so basically, that move is when you act all crazy to avoid something, roll weird. On 10+, you're regarded as unthreatening and unimportant. On 7 to 9, pick one, unthreatening or unimportant.
Okay, what do you do to look unimportant here? To look weird?
To look weird?
Or
Well,
whatever
I'm
it is
acting all
sensible.
crazy. So this thing is flying at me, and I'm just basically doing a crazy dance, flailing my arms, kicking my legs.
With a swim cap half on your hair and dressed like a naked
Basically.
mole rat.
Yeah.
You try to do the Jurassic Park where the guy's trying to get the T-Rex's attention, and he's got the flares. He's like, oh, over here.
Yeah, I'm just being over dramatic in my
Performance.
to try and get away from whatever this thing is flying at me.
Roll plus weird. What's your weird score?
+2.
Okay.
That's our strong point.
9.
Okay, and remind me what you get for a 9.
So I get to pick one. I can become unthreatening or unimportant. So I want to be probably unimportant, so this thing doesn't think that it needs to come after me.
Okay, so you're just getting yourself. You tell me. What is unimportant when it comes to this thing is flying. At least appears to be flying at you guys. It is flying adjacent to you guys. What do you do to get out of the line of sight? Get out of being important.
I'd probably just make myself pretty small, less noticeable. Kind of hide in the shadows.
Kinda
Maybe.
like a naked mole rat.
Yeah.
Literally doing naked robot would you to avoid a predator. Somebody reads.
When confronted with a ghost, pretend to be a naked romance.
Okay. And does that provide any advantages going forward, or is that just it's not going to come hit you?
It's just not. It's overlooking me, basically.
All right, that leaves you two.
I'm walking in the door.
Ella, this we have to play along with the actor. You gotta give her the bear, and we gotta tell her how much we hate Halloween too.
But I didn't mind Halloween 2. Mike Myers was inspired in that movie.
Okay, maybe the
You just started cackling like you're on the floor, and you just that was a good movie.
okay, maybe, that might be true, but clearly this lady hasn't seen Halloween with Mike Myers. She's seen her. She's seen her. Thank you.
Can we focus?
She's seen her poor daddy to be.
I told you to leave.
We will leave. One moment, lady. Anyways, she saw her poor daddy to be die on this terrible day.
Daddy.
This generation, get out of my house!
All right,
this is
thank you,
the dad.
daddy. That was.
This is the dad, is it not? Is it the girl?
Well, Dad's dead.
Ask her. Are you the dad or Rosie?
What?
Question.
I'm asking the ghost.
Are you a dad? I'm a vengeful spirit. Get out of my home!
And it just billows, and it's very aggressive. You do something, or you think this thing's coming at
I'm
you.
holding up my sword at it, and I say, back off, Spirit of the Lord, defend me.
In an almost like irritated way, it's going to swat at the sword. I'm going to need you to roll whatever your plus tough is. That's going to be a plus, whatever you roll, +1 plus.
Can I counter it with one of my abilities?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is called Smite, which is my body imbues with divine weaponry.
It's happening.
the sword of the
The power of
spirit.
God.
And it doesn't even say I have to hit. It just says my
It's about to slay a
body
spirit.
and divine weapons is a weakness to the monster I am fighting. So if it tries to hit my thing, when it get hit by divine
So
energy,
you have divine smite. Where's
Yes.
this one? On the divine?
yeah, it
Smite.
says smite right there.
Always count as a weakness against a monster's fight. That means that. No,
It
that
says
means-
my unarmed attacks, but in this case,
Yes.
would you count my?
Yeah,
of
obviously.
course.
So that means you have to roll your unarmed attack plus sharp. That means the same as 7 to 9 and 10 plus.
7.
Okay, so you smack it in the hand, like its hand. It's got a hand.
Well, I'm just like defending myself, so as it comes towards
As
me,
it
I'm
reaches
just like hitting it, and
Yeah.
it's like
Glows
one of
a
the
little bit
weirdest.
more.
Like, it does not look like a natural sword swing. I'm just like flicking at it,
Like
like
back off. You hear. So as you do that, like again, you're hitting a ghost with a
Yeah.
plastic sword. You hear like, crack, and you hear just a little. You've made contact. You've done 2 harm. Something. You hear a crunching noise.
This ghost doesn't seem to be as temporal as
It's
it looks.
just
Back off! We just wanted to celebrate the spooky holiday like you, good sir.
Both of you to assume gender.
Yeah, can we? I mean, she's a skeptic. She doesn't think it's a ghost, so I want to ask him questions. I want to.
I don't know if it wants to answer questions, but you can try whatever you want to.
Can I roll with cool? Act under pressure.
Okay, so very specifically, you're trying to do what?
Well, I
Act
want
under
to.
pressure.
I just want to ask, like, why are you yelling?
You're gonna have to actually roll charm because you're trying to manipulate it. Right?
Oh.
You're trying to get this thing to say something you like. You're trying to get it to talk to you when it obviously wants shit to scare you.
Yeah.
So you've got to manipulate it into doing what you want.
I'm just gonna yell. Why are you yelling so loud?
Okay, roll plus charm.
11. I could have asked a way better question.
But it's funny because
That's
like
the best question.
just think about this though. You're a
Why
child.
are we all shouting?
Why are you yelling? Think about it. Set the tone, right? This doofus just fell over. Is currently rolling around on the floor like a crow.
Trying to get away.
The naked roll red balled into herself and is now hiding in the corner. You smacked it in the hand with a plastic lightsaber, and then you scream, "Why are you yelling so loud?"
Why are you yelling?
Because you're in my house, Halloween!
This is getting a distinctly more shrill. The voice has gone from ethereal to
Well, high pitch.
yeah.
Do you want, like, can I check out this room? Are you a Pepper's ghost?
Do you live here?
Do you?
I said it's my house.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who are you? Who the heck are you?
Does it matter to you?
Yes, it matters. We're trying to come to the conclusion of this haunted house.
Are you old man McGovern?
No, it's pissed. Like cringing on the hand a little bit. It's like favoring this hand a little bit on the one side that you hit with the lightsaber. And it's
I want you out of my house now. I don't know your answers. You broke into my house.
Does it try to attack Ella?
Is it? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it trying to attack anybody?
you'll notice it hasn't swung on anybody. It has
Except
not
for
tried
my weapon.
it was like get out of here, and then you hit it in the hand.
I think from the floor I see when Alex hits it in the hand, and so I pull the little trigger thing back on the Nerf gun and I try to take another shot, but I'm feeling a little more confident at this point. I'm gonna use. Can I use home theater, which you wrote in here?
Yep.
So I have every horror movie ever made, so I get +1 to a familiar action, any familiar action once per encounter.
Yep.
I imagine that James has messed around with a Nerf gun quite a bit.
Yeah, it's that iconic moment where someone that's injured shoots the bad guy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
During
And
the evil monologue.
And as I'm on there on the ground, I'm like, I never meant to brag, but I got him where I want him now. And I take the shot. That's Paramore. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then
Plus cool?
Plus
No,
cool?
maybe plus
tough,
plus-
right?
Yeah, plus tough.
Which is a 0, but that's still an 8.
So at 8, it wings off into like where like the head of the spear would be, which you don't really see because it's like this, and it just tunk, and it just sticks there. It just tink,
Because it's so a suction cup Nerf gun.
yeah, it just sits there. So you are now speaking to, it's just like
Can I I found another lyric that might help. So I wanted to shout something at James.
Well, give me 1 second. Let's let you take your move because all you have done is really would go shot it.
Yeah.
You were in the middle of the room. No one's paying attention to you because you were harmless.
Okay, so while they're having they had their whole conversation with her.
Yes.
Him.
Really
the
shrieking
ghost.
at her
Them,
Yeah.
while they
them.
Can
they infuriated
I read a bad situation to try and figure out if there's anything else going on with this so-called ghost? Because I'm still not convinced it's a ghost because
you're looking at it from behind or underneath, like it's
Yeah.
not facing towards you.
Yeah, so is there something that is giving it this glow or
Yep,
flow
absolutely.
or whatever? 9.
So you got a 9. Okay. So you can't see where specifically, but you can see that glow effect is maybe happening from underneath, pointing up. Like if you've ever seen a flashlight underneath something, you can see what direction the light is shining towards. You can definitely see it's not coming from the thing out; it's coming from underneath up.
I just remembered. I have a net.
Oh yeah, the net. Oh yeah. Well, we'll save
and
that.
you all
around.
have cameras with
we also have
flashers.
cameras. That's true. Forgot about that. Well, except for one person.
And I have the sword
Okay,
of the spirit.
so how far away am I from everybody? How far away did I?
It's not a big room. You're in throwing distance. Like if you want to throw the net over the top of something from where you are, you could. If that's what you're asking.
And this
Five
this
feet
ghost person is not facing me, so I would
Nope,
assuming they catch it unaware.
Yeah, you're from the side.
Yeah.
You're not behind them, but you're on you scuttled away to the corner, so like you're facing the side of the ghost from pick right or left.
We've me and Ella have kind of scooted into the room to the side, and the ghost is now turned, kind of looking at
You're
us.
almost kind of pressing in on it, and it's kind of like.
Yeah.
You're definitely not. You're not doing what you're supposed to, and it now has a suction cup on its forehead.
Okay, I'm gonna scurry over to James.
Okay, so
yeah,
That's me.
yeah.
because he's not in line with the ghost,
No.
correct?
No, he'd kind of be
He's kind of
enough so that he shot it in the forehead.
Mhm.
So you'd be coming into view doing that. You could go behind it. You can go two ways. You can go forward over to James. You can go further behind the opposite direction and go behind the thing.
Well, I want to discuss with somebody, so I would have to go in front of.
Yeah, and we'll see. If you guys keep distracting the ghost, that's gonna
Can I
happen.
use
without
one of my
me.
abilities?
If you don't distract the ghost, she's gonna get noticed.
Can I use one of my
Sure.
abilities? Can I use soothe?
So who are you trying to soothe?
Like the ghost?
Nice.
I'm going to start waving my hands in the air, and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
look,
we're just here to help, okay?
Yes,
we're here to
but it's going
relieve-
to take multiple rounds of it to actually calm the ghost.
That's
But
fine.
you can,
I'm not trying to combat
you can keep the
this
ghost
thing.
from noticing and start
Sure.
to de-escalate.
That's a 10.
Okay, yes.
I'm like, hey, look. We're not here to hurt you, and we're planning on leaving, but we wanted to help you, complete this, complete this quest that we are on, this haunted house quest. And we just want to help you, whether it's you need your teddy bear, Rose, the teddy bear that my cousin here has, or maybe you just need us to show you the wonders of Halloween because we have lots of wonderful candy. Look at this, and I show her, I show the ghost my bag of truth filled with good candy. I'm like, look at this, look at all this wonderful candy I have.
Okay.
I'm
Are you
gonna
gonna
share
hold
the
out, Are you
spirit of
holding out the
Halloween.
bear towards her? Is that happening, or are you just saying? Is he just saying?
Yeah,
hold out the bear.
I'll hold out the bear, but I'll just kind of whisper to the ghost like, just don't take any Werther's originals. That's fine.
The ghost like,
Ella, you're gonna have to share, okay? Sharing is caring, and today is a wonderful day.
okay,
Just, where'd you get that bear?
like, and so you have partially calmed this ghost down. You have distracted the ghost. It's now concentrating exclusively on you, the candy, and the bear. What are you guys gonna do? You have the ability to talk briefly, and then you can decide to do something.
You come squirming over to my
Scurry.
position, scurrying
Like-
over to my position, and as you approach, I look over and I go, I'm in too deep, and I'm trying to keep up above my head instead of going under.
God, I can just imagine having you as a student. I'd be rooting for the ghost.
I really appreciate what you're saying right now, but I need you focused.
What?
I
Is
have,
that a song lyric? Like,
What?
I have a net, and I need you to help me catch the ghost.
Okay. Well, what do you need me to do? Grab one end?
Yeah, go for it. But
Okay.
we're gonna throw it on the count of 3.
Oh, okay. That way it's open. Okay, I get it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I am
okay.
going to tell you,
So
if you
compass-
do this, if it works, you've captured the ghost. If it doesn't, you've enraged the ghost.
Yes.
Just be clear. You
But-
guys are like calming it down enough that this is possible, but you could theoretically calm it down all the way.
But they don't know that.
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
know that.
But
They're
I'm
too
just-
busy.
yeah.
They're scared, and we're trying to.
I'm trying to keep my Werther's original.
Yeah, you two are the bullshit, the BS brigade. You two are.
I'm trying to Scooby Doo this
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
thing.
trying to.
Okay,
You're
come
you're
on.
the Fred
They're
of the
gonna
group
pull
with your trash.
I'm just going to be clear. Like there are
I
consequences.
just feel like I don't have enough toughness,
It's
so
gonna
I'm
be Mr.
trying,
Boy.
I'm trying,
Okay, so-
trying to get some help.
I don't. Is it toughness or
Or
is
is
this
it
an
this
act
one
under?
was
I think
all
this is an act
like
under
a
pressure. You're not
clown
directly
guy.
like punching the ghost in the back of the head, right? You're
Yeah.
trying to grab it. wrap it
Either
up in
way,
something.
I still would like some help.
Fair enough. So
I'm the one with a +1 in cool, so that
yeah.
works for me if it's
So
an act under
narratively, I'm going to have you both roll. I'm going to have you roll plus cool to start it. If you have something adjacent,
no.
okay. So that hasn't gone well. You're going to have something good here, or you're going to have to succeed on this roll. Yeah, you're acting under pressure. Like you're running in opposite directions with a net between you. Like
I just pull it really hard to like rip it out of her hands.
no, but like you're both running opposite ways around it. So
yeah, that's
so you can still make this at least a partial success.
Okay.
It's failed on one side, but you can make.
Oh,
you can redeem
I know
it.
exactly. Okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. So she runs right, which would be I think closer to where the bed is in this
Yep.
room, and then I imagine I don't know, maybe she trips on the bed or something like that.
She
So
literally
therefore-
doesn't see the bed and just goes flying over the bed. Like,
yeah,
boom!
yeah. I, on the other hand, run the left side, which is right alongside the wall before
Yep.
you hit the closet. I run up the wall, not unnaturally. Like I'm just saying, like I kind of jump off the wall. To be honest, it probably doesn't look as impressive.
Okay,
as it
well,
sounds.
roll and let's see how impressive it
okay,
is.
all right, yeah.
Let's go act under pressure on it.
Whoa, that's after the pressure, that's like an 11.
Okay, well you've owned that.
Yeah,
so
okay.
you're gonna get
so
a
it did
partial.
look kind of cool.
Yeah, you're gonna get a partial success here. A full success would be you literally both succeeded. You both at least partially succeeded. You wrapped around it. Things trapped. You essentially like she goes toppling, but she still has a hold of the net a
Yeah.
little bit. You essentially just like clothesline it from below.
I was gonna
Like,
say, yeah, it just pulls the
Yeah,
ghost one
you
direction.
guys are calming it down. You're holding the teddy out to it.
All of a sudden,
And
the
then
legs are
immediately
just taken out.
Yeah. You then hear.
And I stand up over it and I look down on him and I say, you're gonna need a body bag.
You're gonna need
I'll
one.
break bones you didn't know you had. When I'm done, there will be nothing left of you for your friends to hold on to. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, calm down, Chase. Come on, this is clearly a person. Okay, we don't need to be.
Dynasty decapitated.
Come on.
We just might see
Hey,
a
do you
ghost
need help
tonight.
Is the voice sound feminine?
Feminine. Yeah,
Okay.
you're hearing a feminine voice.
Do you need help, ma'am? And I hold my hand out to like offer a helping hand.
Whoa. Don't touch squatters. Don't touch squatters. It's a
What are
squatter.
you
It's gotta be a
talking about?
squatter. It's a squatter.
hasn't belonged to me since before you were born.
What?
Are you the young Miss Rosie?
Yes, I'm Rosie. Why are you in my house?
Well, we thought he told.
No,
we were
Are
hiding.
you gonna take the mask off or not?
Well, I'm helping her up, and I'm assuming I figured it could be one of those cases where I help her up, and if it's if she's wearing a sheet or something, it probably got stuck on something.
So you
as I help
see
her up,
underneath,
it comes off.
you see Miss Douglas, who, if you recall, was the anti-Halloween woman from the very beginning.
Mrs. Douglas.
I don't know why you kids couldn't be like the others and just listen. This is a dangerous holiday. You're supposed to not. Being scared isn't funny. It hurts people. Like you hurt me.
She's pointing at you.
You were trying
James.
to scare us? Oh.
This is my house.
This is your house?
It's got a for sale sign up.
Well, no one's bought it yet.
Why are you wearing a sheet?
Because I wanted to make kids so scared of Halloween that they didn't go out. That nothing bad happens to other people.
Oh, you stayed in this house?
Yeah, so you're
Well, no, I have a nice condo down by the lake, but this is the family house.
Oh, that's a nice place on Ocean Avenue. I used to sit and talk.
so
This is why everyone hates you, James.
so
I'm just trying to understand, though.
So
you say you think scare. Actually, hold on. Ella's
So
gonna say exactly what I'm about to
Your
say.
whole plan was to sit in this house all night. That was your Halloween plan, and just wait if kids came in this house.
Or a potential buyer.
Ever since Halloween, my father loved it, and he would make a big to-do about Halloween. Then he died because of it when I was a little girl, and my mother always said it was Halloween's fault that we lost him, and she just wanted the holiday to go away. So after she died, I started a campaign against Halloween, but no one would listen. They just want to go out and have their candy. So I started trying to scare people into it, and
I can tell you, a lot of people in my church agree with you.
yeah, I know. I actually sit 3 pews behind you.
Why can't you just go
Oh,
and
that's
help?
weird. I recognized you. Okay.
I know. Your mother is a very nice lady.
Well, yes, my parents are charming indeed.
The women's group has actually been a big help to me after losing my entire
Well,
family.
that's good. I was gonna say, a thing that could help you in these trying times is the Lord. So I'm glad
Well,
you're.
yeah, you might have broken my hip, so I think we're gonna be starting a meal train.
But I mean, would the Lord approve of you scaring children?
Yeah, why couldn't you have just gone and helped with Hell House with like the rest of the church?
Have you read the Bible, Alex? There's lots of things there to scare children.
Well, you know. Yeah, like hell. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to. HE double hockey
Well,
stick.
you know, we'll talk more about that as you get older, but yeah, there's a lot of it there.
Yeah, I'm still like 12.
You broke my hip like a 15-year-old.
That was them, not me. The worst I did was hit your hand, and that was in self-defense.
I don't think my hip's actually broken. You just tripped me pretty good. I'm not young anymore.
She's standing up now.
Yeah, she's like massaging her hip. You probably broke her.
Are you married? Why?
Yes, I got married. Do you want my whole family story?
Why not?
What are
We're-
you? What are
we're
you dressed
here.
like, young lady?
A naked mole
She's
rat.
naked.
What?
It's better than you're probably gonna wear in a few years. Whatever. Yes, my husband's dead too. Do you want to hear any other details of my life?
So I've heard of this situation. It's
Is it
called
Halloween again?
a black
Was it
widow.
Halloween?
That's a deeply offensive thing to say to an old widower.
Well, and your dad's dead too.
Jeez,
Yes, that made my mother a widow.
jeez, James, you're just a damper on the spirit.
You know what, James? I think you need James. Is that his name?
Yes,
you
his
need
name's
to
James.
leave before I call the police.
Oh, this
That's what-
again.
That's
Third
why
one,
we're here in the
Jamie.
first
Third one.
place.
Yeah,
Third
that's
one
why we're
all
here in
night.
the first place. They said they were gonna call the police.
If I had a nickel for every time the police were called on us tonight, I'd have two nickels.
Ella.
I'd have
You're
two
not the
nickels.
good guys here, kids.
Wait, what?
You're not the good guys. You vandalize people. You vandalized people's houses. You vandalized and broke into my
To be fair,
house.
all of these ideas were
We didn't
James's.
vandalize your house. We did literally nothing
My
wrong
door
to it.
fell down on its own, huh?
Maybe
James
you
told-
should like.
James told me it was a haunted house, okay?
Check the hinges.
He told me these are commonplace things on Halloween.
In my defense, I assumed no one was living here because
Alexander, do you listen to people like this all the time?
Wait,
I've
hold on.
never
People
gone.
like
my
this
parents
is
have
kind
never.
of offensive.
My parents have never let me and Ella go out on Halloween.
I know, and I think very highly of them for that.
Well, but we just were out here for candy and stuff. But he said that haunted houses on the end of
Can you
cul-de-sacs
please-
are a regular thing.
Can you please walk me out the front?
Of course.
Help me out.
Of
I
course.
guess. What's out in the front?
I'm pretty sure I could have you go to jail tonight, James.
You shouldn't did that.
Was that
I
your
wasn't
white
saying
sedan?
no.
He's
I was
really a nice
asking what was
kid.
out
Was that
front.
your white
Jeez.
sedan parked out front?
Yes!
Oh,
Yeah, you should
It's a
probably go to
Cadillac.
the hospital.
the white Cadillac. Oh, okay.
Oh, money bags.
Well, she is old.
Double widower. I mean,
All right, you can
There's
hold
some
my
generational wealth
hand.
curriculum down here.
You're
I'll
teaching
do
us
the
a
right
lot.
thing. I'll do the right thing. You
only
can hold
only
my
heir of
hand.
the only heir, you know what I mean? And you know, on both sides.
There you go. So we help her down the stairs.
So
Very
how
late.
do you
I
just
guess.
do you just come to this house on Halloween and then go
Yeah.
back to your condo?
Yes, yes, I do, because I have to keep the tradition of scary things happening. Otherwise, kids won't believe it. And every year it gets better because there's less and less kids trick or treating.
I did see not many kids out this year.
I know, it was great, wasn't it?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it meant more candy for us.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Ella got like a whole box of popsicles.
Oh, good
you
for
want to
you.
hear one
What-
of her jokes?
Hey.
Yeah, I still have
Yeah.
a few jokes.
Sure, let's hear the joke.
Oh yeah.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I just look at James.
If you touch me, I'm going to sue you.
Oh, I'm not doing anything. What the heck?
Tentacles.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's quite. That's
I
quite
have
funny.
so many
Yeah.
popsicles.
Are you... Just help me to my car.
Hey,
Her
I'll
fingers,
just wait.
her
Wait a
finger
minute.
is, she's kind of like taking off this robe as she goes. Her finger is very obviously broken.
That was,
I'll just keep it.
I deeply apologize for that, ma'am. That was in self-defense.
You know, looking back, it appears like I was trying to hit you. I get it.
No fear.
I've taken a lot of damage in that house. It broke my helmet.
Yeah.
Did you hear that loud shattering sound in the room over?
You know, I thought about it as soon as I closed the thing up when you were in the attic. I thought about, gee, Rosie, what happens if they fall out of the
Yeah,
attic?
you shut the door in a pitch black attic. What did you think?
Well, I knew you had two lights.
Yeah, how are we supposed to leave your house if you lock us in an
I
attic?
didn't lock
She
anything.
didn't lock
You
it. She just shut the.
You
thing.
could have opened both of them. They both opened. None of them were locked.
I just
Yeah, but then
didn't know
we
how
had
to
a
open
kid
them
that fell
properly.
through.
I didn't know how to open them properly. That's
Yeah.
partly on me.
Well, I don't know. Lack of education seems unfair to blame you for.
And to be clear, no one invited you to the house.
James invited us. So, don't say no one. Anyways, I hope you have a great night.
Hey, before
I'm
you
glad
leave,
it wasn't a real ghost.
Miss,
I never thought it was,
Miss,
but,
Miss Douglas? Douglas?
You could
Doug-
try to be
Douglas.
Douglas.
Yes, it's this Douglas.
nice.
Out of curiosity, do you have any candy to hand out in there?
Did you just have to
Because we can go get it for you. You don't have to get it for us. Like, we
She's
can do
just
the right
looking at
thing.
you. She's just maintaining eye contact. She reaches over.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
She closes the door. While maintaining eye contact, turns the car on.
Did you just ask the lady who hates Halloween if she has candy to give out?
Oh, candy's not strictly associated with Halloween. I mean, that one guy was handing out Christmas tree Reese's.
James, you're an idiot.
Oh, that's the meanest thing I've ever heard you say, Alex.
I
You
deeply
must be
apologize.
rubbing off on him.
So,
Probably
that
like high five
ends-
him. He's like, nice.
High five back.
that concludes our story
Hey.
on the Halloween adventure.
That's fun.
Just to recap, you have found out the mystery of who's doing this. I mean, you maybe not have solved it. Nothing says that she's going to stop. But
That's
you
true.
deciphered it. You get to keep your candy. I don't think anyone called the cops on you.
Ah.
I mean, you did
It's
assault.
all bluffs.
Yeah.
Smoke.
No one actually wants to call the police on children.
No.
Especially on Halloween.
No. Like, you just want the kids to stop.
Because they'll
it.
just laugh at you.
Yeah, but like, you know, you did assault an elderly woman.
Well, I mean, I did what I had to do. to
She
protect my
did lock
friends.
us in the attic.
You did break into her house.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
your
but she
door
wanted
shouldn't
us
have been so
out. Why would
flimsy.
you lock
I
us
just,
in?
I just want to establish that Scooby and the gang beat up all kinds of crazy villains, and the police always show up, and who do they arrest? The
villain.
villain.
But the villains are also breaking the law.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
It's usually something to do with real
Yeah.
estate.
so
It's usually something.
It's
Which
usually-
ironically, this was too.
It's her house.
yeah,
Right.
again,
It's her
still,
real estate.
canonically, still her house. Still nobody's invited. Gets to walk around creepy in front of it all Halloween if she wants. How's it any different than a haunted house?
Yeah.
All these people with decorations. She's just doing it herself.
I was gonna say the irony is that she's leaving this derelict house to just basically look like the ideal haunted house to go walk into and get scared at.
Yeah, well, just like her father intended.
That's right. As this quadruple group of characters walks home, each to their respective houses, but before they do that, as a group, they're walking down the sidewalk, and James reaches into his pumpkin thing bucket, and he pulls out the extra pack that he got from the dentist guy, and he hands it to Alex. And he says, "I don't know about you guys, that was a lot of fun."
Ella's already left.
Wait, Ella, wait, Ella, you're supposed to stay with me, Ella. Hey guys,
Where did Ella go?
that was a wild night, but you know what? That was the best Halloween ever. Let's take a big old group pic with my new Kodak camera.
And it's got a timer on it.
Yeah.
So you set the 3-second timer, and then you whir it up, and I'm like, okay, guys, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and we all jump into the air, and we freeze frame high five as the camera goes off.
And as it goes off in the corner, you see Ella walking the other direction.
No one noticed that Ella's not there.
Like as you raise your arm up, you see underneath the arm, Ella's just walking like half a block away.
I'm
And
so gonna
that's-
regret my costume choice in high school. I look like Gollum at this point, let's be
I think
honest.
the cap's like 3/4 off, just hanging off the back.
And that's how the scene fades out.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of our 2024 Halloween season one-shot, continuing our annual tradition of our Hunter's Haven Monster of the Week series. We hope you are enjoying it. If you are, we encourage you to check out some of our other series, such as our Avatar Legends long-term campaign, Benders and Brews, which is set in the world of Avatar The Last Airbender, or our Dungeons & Dragons long-term series, Criminals of Isla Numas. If you're looking for more spooky Halloween fun, you can check out last year's Hunter Haven series, Music Mayhem, which was written and run by Cameron, who's playing our character Alex in this series. Whatever you listen to next, be sure to follow or subscribe to the Session Zero Heroes podcast on your preferred streaming platform. You can find us everywhere from Apple Podcasts to Spotify to YouTube. Following the show ensures you don't miss out on any of our other upcoming series and one-shots. And if you're on a platform that allows you to comment, like, or rate the show, it would mean a lot to us if you'd take the time to leave us that feedback, as it helps us grow and produce better content. Another way to keep up with what we're doing is to follow us on social media, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Discord, or all of the above. It's a great way to keep up on our upcoming episodes as well as other fun news and content from us. We appreciate you taking a listen. Don't forget, this series will be releasing a new episode weekly until the last one, which will air on Halloween. So be sure to swing back to get the exciting conclusion to this Hunter's Haven series. See you next time.